Congress MP Karthi Chidambaram, who's stated, and I quote, crude brutality by the Stalin government. Karthi has gone on to say, restrain the cops, hold them accountable, take action. Ally Congress also calling out for punishing the monster cops. Opposition TVK and BJP have already been training guns on CM Stalin, saying this is not professional policing, this is crude brutality. The entire Tamil Nadu police force must undergo restraining. Officers must be held responsible. Tamil Nadu, Ajit Kumar and those involved in his brutal murder must be booked and prosecuted is the latest response that has come in from ally of the DMK, Congress's Karthi Chidambaram. Akshita, I want to come back to you because there is no way that the DMK can get away from this. There is no way that the Tamil Nadu police can get away from this. They've been trying to hide the truth so far so that they do not face the kind of fate that they are, but they are in the wrong, and it is as clear as that.
You know, Karthi Chidambaram is the MP of the constituency where it's happened. This has happened in Sivaganga constituency, which is his seat. He is currently overseas, but he's very clearly said that he's against these kind of custodial deaths. Karthi Chidambaram has pulled them up before, has called out the Tamil Nadu police previously on this, and now that it's happened in his constituency, he's taken on the government again. And clearly the fact that, you know, there's some sort of political allegiance, friendship between the DMK and Congress hasn't stopped Karthi Chidambaram from calling out these kind of custodial deaths and saying it's simply not okay. There's also reactions coming in right now from the Tamil Nadu Chief Minister, and I'm not sure if
Let's
they have that
listen
yet.
in, Akshita. And the latest response coming in from Tamil Nadu Chief Minister MK Stalin. Let's listen in.
தகவல் தெரிஞ்ச உடனே நடவடிக்கை எடுத்தாச்சு, கைது பண்ணியாச்சு. இன்னைக்கு கூட மேலதிக நடவடிக்கை எடுத்திருக்கோம். தகவல் தெரிஞ்ச உடனே நடவடிக்கை எடுத்தாச்சு, கைது பண்ணியாச்சு. இன்னைக்கு கூட மேலதிக நடவடிக்கை எடுத்திருக்கோம்.
There will be more action as well against higher officials. As soon as we got the information, we ensured we acted, and there will be more action taken going forward.
தகவல் தெரிஞ்ச உடனே நடவடிக்கை எடுத்தாச்சு, கைது பண்ணியாச்சு. இன்னைக்கு கூட மேலதிக நடவடிக்கை எடுத்திருக்கோம். தகவல் தெரிஞ்ச உடனே நடவடிக்கை எடுத்தாச்சு, கைது பண்ணியாச்சு. இன்னைக்கு கூட மேலதிக நடவடிக்கை எடுத்திருக்கோம்.
Akshita, I want to come back to you to understand that detailed statement by Stalin because he has not apologized. He has not taken responsibility, just merely saying that action has been taken. Is this enough? Is this going to be enough given the fact that it is not just restricted to this particular case? There has been a history of how custodial deaths have been happening under the watch of the Tamil Nadu police.
Very true, Suesha, and this is where I was referring to a deterrent. Look, in this particular case, 5 cops have been taken into custody. We also know that a top cop has been transferred right now. But Chief Minister Stalin yesterday and today has promised more action will be taken. The challenge for the Tamil Nadu government is to walk the talk here. They've condemned what's happened with Ajit Kumar. There are calls right now across social media seeking justice for Ajit Kumar, and rightly so. So right now there is a whole lot of pressure on the Tamil Nadu government to walk the talk and show that they mean it when they say that, you know, this kind of custodial deaths are unacceptable. The challenge so far has been that the police believe that there is no deterrent whatsoever, that they have all of the power they need in their hands to go ahead and beat up people in custody, treat them however they want, put up lame excuses in court and still get away with it. They've done it time immemorial. Anyone who tracks what's been happening in law and order in Tamil Nadu will testify to the fact that the police being all powerful is also a challenge here, because inevitably what is happening is that they take law into their own hands, believe that they will go ahead and deliver judgments in case, which is what has happened in the case of Ajit Kumar as well. That they believe that, look, nobody will call them out. They go ahead and beat him up brutally, so much so that Allegedly, he passed away because of the injuries, the wounds that he suffered. It's heartbreaking to say the least. And that's why right now you've got this sustained campaign along with his family seeking justice for Ajit Kumar. So no amount of, he suffered a seizure, he had an epileptic attack while in custody, while attempting to flee, is going to cut it here. And the onus will be on the Tamil Nadu government here to ensure that there is action going forward also, Suesha.
Akshita, I request you to stay on with us. Let's once again listen into that statement by MK Stalin where he says action has been taken.
தகவல் தெரிஞ்ச உடனே நடவடிக்கை எடுத்தாச்சு, கைது பண்ணியாச்சு. இன்னைக்கு கூட மேலதிகாரிகள் மீது நடவடிக்கை எடுத்திருக்கோம். தகவல் தெரிஞ்ச உடனே நடவடிக்கை எடுத்தாச்சு, கைது பண்ணியாச்சு. இன்னைக்கு கூட மேலதிகாரிகள் மீது நடவடிக்கை எடுத்திருக்கோம்.
Akshita and Pramod, who continue to stay with us on the broadcast, as this CCTV footage on the right of your screens has spilled the beans on the Tamil Nadu police. It has put out the reality. They were trying so far, pushing one lie after the other on what had happened to Ajit. But it is clear now that Ajit was beaten up brutally by the Tamil Nadu cops, and 30 to 40 injuries that have been reported through when he was beaten up. In fact, it is also now being investigated whether chili powder was used to torture him. He was not given water. And why? Because there was a charge of theft which was not even proven against him. But the Tamil Nadu police decided to take the action, take the matter into their hands, not following proper procedure, and that led to the death of Ajit. Akshita, I want to come back to you, because it is important to see how the politics, of course, has been escalating, and DMK is facing a lot of brickbats over what has happened. But will this be enough, saying that transfers have happened, action has been taken, 5 cops have been arrested? It may not be enough, Akshita.
That's right. The Tamil Nadu government will have to answer here to the question. So you see a lot of politics because the opposition also, Suesha, right now has latched onto this, saying there must be a higher authority that probes this particular case. But I also want to put the focus of what happened to Ajit Kumar. We have pictures of the kind of injuries he sustained, but they're so gruesome in nature that we cannot put them out on national television. Extremely sensitive image, so we've taken that call of not putting it out right now because of how horrifying really those images are. Ajit Kumar has been beaten literally black and blue, heartbreakingly. He's got bleeding in several parts of his body. During the autopsy that was confirmed, there are parts of his limbs completely swollen, seem to be broken. There are marks across his back of him being beaten repeatedly, clearly with lathis, because you can see those marks. So you can just imagine what the police did there. It's absolutely heartless, the fact that they resorted to this kind of brutality on a man accused of theft. And the fact that the police here thought that they could get away with this kind of a crime. It's so routine, unfortunately, for the police to resort to this kind of, custodial torture, of assaulting, beating up accused, that they thought in this case too, they would beat him up so bad and get away with it. He passed away, and that's why this case has come to light. Otherwise, I fear nobody would have even been talking about the custodial torture that Ajit Kumar and so many others undergo every single time in Tamil Nadu. There are countless such cases. There's a track record. There's data that backs that, which has also been submitted right now in the Madras High Court, which is why there's a need right now for the government to step in, Suesha, because this has gone on for too long.
Right. Akshita, I request you to stay on with us. Like you've said that the Madras High Court has stepped in, and the hearing that is all set to resume at 3 p.m. Let me also go across to Pramod to get details of how the High Court has pulled up the Tamil Nadu cops, grilled them left, right and centre, asking them some pertinent questions which have not been answered yet, and what's expected will happen at 3 p.m. when the hearing will resume.
So, one thing we have to definitely agree upon with Akshita is that this case came out because Ajit Kumar died. Now questions are being raised about a state where social justice, equality and empowerment is being stated day after day under the name Dravidian model. How come such a kind of like a gruesome murder could occur? That is what is being investigated and questioned in the Madras High Court. Madurai bench, where just like you mentioned, several pertinent questions were put forward. The first and foremost question is that when there was a theft case that has been reported, why a proper FIR was not filed filed, for which the government counsel said that preliminary investigation had to be conducted. And the FIR that was filed very clearly said that a constable called Kannan is the one who gave the complaint, claiming that they went ahead and investigated Ajit Kumar. Ajit Kumar gave different names, so they had to take them to different places. And then at one point, Ajit Kumar tried to escape. He slipped and fell down. Then he left them with the special team, and he left when the special team later called saying Ajit Kumar once again slipped and fell down, but he had an epileptic seizure and had to be taken to the hospital. But now we have visual evidence of him being brutally attacked by the same special team, and this is where the court is asking who gave the authority for the special team to first go ahead and investigate the matter. The court wants names right now. The court also wants a reply from the DGP on this matter, because these are important questions that are being put forward by the question, who is the police serving, the public or any specific interest? And these questions will be answered by 3 p.m. The government has to provide a reply. And just like you mentioned, the Chief Minister on one hand has said that once the information was received, action was taken. The higher official was also action taken against a higher official. But the court is also asking, why was the higher official, the SP, transferred instead of suspension? That question is also being put forward, Shesha.
Oh yes, absolutely, Pramod, because there was every possible attempt to shield them. Now the cops were doing it internally, and who was the mastermind is the big question.